All right, you guys. So step one today, we want a quick refresher. What are our warm colors versus our cool colors? I'm gonna have you guys think about that. Remember warm fire for the warm colors. Those are your hint, your visualization. Your cool colors, you're sitting on some grass by a nice, deep, refreshing lake. So take a second to think about what are our warm colors, what are our cool colors, so that we have them really solidified in our brains when we see that on the test at the end of the semester. So our warm colors, red, orange, yellow. Cool colors, green, blue, violet. And then the gradient is simply making that transition so that we go from one color to the next without being able to tell a distinct line where one stops and the next one begins. Okay, so those are all things we want to know for that end of the semester test. All right, so what are we up to today then? We are finishing our practice sheet, our gradient here. We should have already gotten this one done, but now we're working on the dragon eye itself. Something I wanted to bring up with this. So I remember when I was teaching, I think I was in my 5th year teaching, and one of my principals said, I give you permission to fail. And I remember at first being like, what? But then the more I thought of it, like it really gave me the freedom to try things without being afraid that I wasn't going to do it right the first time. And because I had that freedom to be able to try something new and I had that permission to fail, I was more willing to experiment and try things and grow and learn. So I'm going to give you guys that same permission too. I'm giving you permission to fail. Try out different things on your practice sheet and see if you like them and see if you don't. For example, I tried something on this one where I did my gradient from blue to violet to red one way, and then on the next one I tried it the other way, and then I flip-flopped it again, and I wanted to see if I liked that. Turns out this failure was just a failure. I did not like it. For me, I personally did not like how that turned out. So I know that when I start my final copy, this is just my practice sheet, remember? When I do my final copy, I'm going to know that I want them all to go in the same direction. So either from blue to violet to red, and all going in that direction, or the opposite. So, but I know that now. I'd rather figure that out on the practice sheet than on my final sheet. Another thing that I tried out was blending a little bit. So normally you guys know I'm more of a fan of blending by kind of cross-hatching and building and layering. But I wanted to see what would happen if I blended another way. Now you can use just your finger, you can use your blending stumps, you could use a tissue. And so I'm just going to try blending with that. And I notice when I do it this way, it ends up kind of almost looking like watercolor, which is pretty cool. So feel free to try that out. If you've got color pencils, try color pencils versus oil pastels. This practice sheet is where we're practicing and getting that permission to fail, to try out things, to see what we really do love when it comes to our final one, which will be starting soon. So before our next class, then you should have both of these pages done. Remember that this page will be photographed for in your journal entry. All right, that's where we're at. That's where we're going. Have fun, get creative, permission to fail, try something new, see what you like and you don't. We'll see you guys tomorrow.